2.
You're watching Talking Sports. Kip and the Legend back here on this glorious Saturday morning, Preakness Day. Gates are open. Birmingham Greyhound Racing, action-packed. Sports parlays, a big schedule of simulcast horse and greyhound racing, and our puppies live on the track starting 2 o'clock this afternoon, 7:15 tonight. All the racing you could ever want. So much winning opportunity.
Thousands of people out there last week for the Kentucky Derby. Many expected out there again today for the Preakness. We'll get into it in the next segment. But big money to be won today at the Birmingham race course. Get out there, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, the theme of this next segment, as we stick with football, is it's called New Faces, New Places.
Oh, I like it.
But
I like it.
It's sponsored by Dr. Seuss because the very first image I'm going to show you is an old friend. The cat in the hat is back.
Wow.
Now, you go ahead and tell folks who this lovely human being is.
Well, the good news is I think there's artificial turf in Kansas, so he can't smoke it and he can't eat the grass in Kansas. But if he could, he'll probably would be. This is Les Miles. I'm glad to see him back. This is a rock star in college football. He probably won't win 10 games in 10 years at Kansas, but what a joy it is to have him back, Kip.
Yeah, Les Miles, as interesting a guy and a coach as we've had in football in a long time, resurfacing with the Kansas Jayhawks.
Jayhawks, baby, Jayhawks.
Hey, there's nowhere to go but up.
Nowhere but up. You know, if you win 4 games less, you're going to get a statue. If you win 6, they'll probably put you in the Kansas Jayhawk Hall of Fame. So just stay steady, and maybe a SEC school like Auburn will open up again if you don't do nothing crazy in a year or 2 at Kansas.
So Les Miles is back. This is the first time since 2014, not a single coaching change as far as head coaches in the SEC. I thought that was fascinating.
Well, it won't be long. The hammer is coming down. Gus, pack your bags. I mean, it's coming down, Kip. One more 8-win season at Auburn, and the Gus bus will be the first one out of town. But it ain't just the Gus bus. There's other folks on the hot seat in the SEC too, Kip.
That's for sure. All right, the interesting thing, though, that out of the 22 coaching changes around the country, when you look at the list, look at the SEC connections on this list, including Hugh Freeze.
Am I reading that right, Kip?
The disgraced Ole Miss coach. Tell folks, Legend, where Hugh Freeze has landed.
Wait a minute. This has got to be a misprint.
Yeah,
or
this
something.
is the guy who was using.
Is that Liberty?
Liberty.
Is that Jerry Falwell?
Jerry Falwell's Christian Evangelical School is giving Hugh Freeze the head coaching job, despite the fact that Hugh was fired from his last job for cheating, paying off players, and calling escort services and using the Ole Miss credit card.
The Ole Miss credit card. You know, that might explain why they got 6 NFL draft picks in the current NFL draft right there. That credit card, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, them escorts.
So this is the ultimate sign of Christian forgiveness.
Woo!
Or the ultimate sign that Jerry. Or the ultimate sign that Jerry Falwell said, you know what? We're going to put all that aside. We need to win.
Got the spirit down there in Liberty. You know, I believe in second chances. I'm a man of second chance.
Hey, it's a
Kip
bold.
has made about 8 bad moves in his life. You know, he's about on his 9th chance now. But we believe in second chances, Jerry Falwell. We believe. I like this move, Kip.
I'm still counting. I'm a lot higher than 8. Okay.
Did they issue him a credit card?
Let's hope not.
All right.
Look at this list. Look at all the SEC connections on this list. With Jim McElwain from Alabama. He has landed. Central Michigan. That's an exciting.
That's a big job.
But at least he's back in the ranks.
Getting paid.
Look at the list. The names on this list. Offensive coordinators from our schools the last 2 years. Loxley and Chip Lindsey, an interesting name on that head coaching list.
Troy.
He's going to Troy. Loxley, of course, off to Maryland. Chip Lindsey's replacement at Auburn is Dillingham, a 29-year Kenny Dillingham. He's 29 years old. Gus Malzahn says he is one of the brightest minds coming up in the coaching ranks. He was running the offense at Memphis, and they had a lot of success. But it's really a fad right now. We need some young offensive genius to run our program. Nick Saban isn't really going by that.
No.
He's brought Sark back.
Yeah.
He's got Steve Sarkisian. So speak to that. Is it better to take a chance on a young guy, or is it better to go back to tried and true?
Well, I'm the head of maintenance at the Birmingham race course, and all my staff is over 65 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I have to get Geritol out every morning to get these folks to even get a hammer in their hand. You know what I'm saying? So I would say go young. I love the Manny Diaz move at Miami. Get a guy that's younger than me and you, Kip, so they have a long time. So, you know, I mean, a Manny Diaz, if he stays 15 years at Miami, you can sacrifice 4 or 5 years to get to you back to where
That's
you
right.
want it to go. But with some of these coaches, I mean, Mac Brown got to be 75 by now.
Well, that's
it.
I'm glad you segued
know.
us to that, because the two big jobs, the two most talked about hires, Mac Brown, which is North Carolina trying to recapture the glory days.
Really, gonna have to
But
roll him out there.
Ohio State, Urban Meyer has stepped down, and their new head coach is
Ryan Day.
39 years old, never been a head coach anywhere. Now he's running the show for the Buckeyes. How about that?
See, that's a mistake. You know, let me remind you, Alabama, Mike Shula never was a coach. We made him a coach 5 years later. We were thankful when he left.
We're going to talk about the Preakness coming up next, but we thought you'd enjoy seeing those new faces.
Man,
and
I
new
did.
places.
Les is back.
The hat. We'll be back right after this.